Once upon a time, far away in a small village, near a beautiful valley lived two friends, Pablo and Bruno. They were both young and dreamed of a better life for themselves. They would often discuss their dreams about how they would become the most successful men in the village. They were not afraid of hard work, and they searched for opportunities to help realize their goals and achieve their dreams. One day, an opportunity presented itself. The mayor of the village decided to hire two people to bring water from a spring up on the mountain across the valley and back down to the village. They were to be paid based on the amount of water delivered to the village. Bruno and Pablo enthusiastically got to work. Every day, from morning till evening, they carried buckets to and from the spring. They worked hard, carrying water to the village. In the evening, they would return home with their day's wages. Bruno was satisfied with his work and the money he earned. He was sure that with this work, he could achieve his dreams. Bruno thought that to increase his wages, he could use bigger buckets to bring more water each trip. He believed with larger income, he would soon be able to buy a cow and the house that he dreamed about. Now, Pablo was not satisfied. At the end of the day, his back and hands ached, and he was exhausted. He was looking for an easier way to earn more. One day, an idea occurred to Pablo. He imagined building a pipeline to deliver the water from the mountain spring to the village. With this pipeline, he could get more water to the village without carrying buckets back and forth from the spring to the village. Soon he got very excited about his idea and began to plan. Pablo, of course, shared this idea with his friend Bruno and asked him to join with him to work on and help build the pipeline. Bruno thought the idea was crazy. All Bruno could think about was what his money could buy today and how to get it quicker. He felt that building a pipeline would slow him down and delay him in achieving his goals. Instead, Bruno got bigger buckets and went more often back and forth fetching water. He was sure that with this method, he could make more money. Pablo decided to build the pipeline on his own. He understood that it would not be easy to build, and it would take time to complete the pipeline. Pablo knew that it could take several years to finish, but he set his mind on his goal. Every day he worked and carried water like before, but on weekends and during his spare time, he worked hard to dig in the rocky soil and build his pipeline. In the first month, there was little to show for his work. Bruno and the villagers laughed and teased him. They called him Pablo the Pipeline Man. During this time, Bruno's income doubled. He already bought a cow and a bigger house. His lifestyle changed. He now spent time after work in the bar enjoying his hard-earned wages from delivering water. What Bruno didn't realize was that his body was starting to stoop from carrying the heavy buckets every day. His face looked worn and his body tired. Soon he began to carry less and less water due to the wear and tear on his body. Month after month, Pablo worked. Soon a year passed, and then a second year. Finally, Pablo finished his pipeline. He no longer had to carry buckets in order to deliver water to the village. Pablo was now earning more money than ever before. The water continued flowing to the village, while Pablo slept, ate, and even when he was on vacation. The water flowed. Proud of his insight, his persistence, and his hard work. Now his income flowed as long as the water flowed through his pipeline. The story of Bruno and Pablo is a reflection of life. Their jobs symbolize what most people do to earn money. Bruno gets his money using buckets. He goes back and forth, carrying his buckets from the spring to the village in exchange for money. To increase his income, he either has to go more frequently to the spring or use larger buckets. It is common in real life to increase our income by working harder. For example, working overtime or getting a second job. We also increase the size of our buckets by accepting a higher paying position, which often includes spending more time on the job. Most of us exchange time for money just like Bruno. We know that every person only has 24 hours in the day, and that it's not possible to use all of our time to work. The most difficult time comes when we can no longer exchange time for money due to age, health, or other reasons. And then our income stops. Now let's review what Pablo did. Very wisely, Pablo did not exchange all of his time for a limited income, but he used some of his time to build a pipeline. He knew that the pipeline would bring ongoing income as long as the water flowed. An ongoing income that was not directly related to the time Pablo worked each day. Pablo knew that someday, maybe because of age or health, he would no longer be able to exchange his available time for money. Pablo knew that if he could make his idea of a pipeline work, then he only had to do the hard work of building the pipeline once. After the pipeline was completed, Pablo was able to simply monitor and maintain the flow of water to ensure that his income would continue. Pablo has shown us that to earn an income, we don't always have to directly exchange time for money. There really are better ways. How about you? Are you still like Bruno, who exchanges time for money? Or do you want to be like Pablo, building and maintaining a pipeline for ongoing income? If you are interested in the idea of building your own pipeline, we suggest you contact the person who lent you this presentation. Then you could start building your pipeline today.
All right. Okay. Yeah. So a very good evening to everybody. Yeah. First of all, I want to thank Mei-Ling for hosting the event. So Mei-Ling, later please help to allow people to come in. Allow people to come into the meeting room. Okay. Thank you so much. Yeah. Okay. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah. And of course, allow me to start with the testimony. Yeah. Okay. Okay. But maybe before that. Okay. Just now we all watched the video, right? We all watched the Pablo and Bruno video. Yeah, how many of you want when you eat, you sleep, when you go on holiday, you still want the water, you still want your wallet to be flowing? Yeah, okay. How many of you want that? Yeah, I believe many of us. I believe many of us want that. I think that's exactly the reason why you're here. Because we want to create that passive income. We want that result. If you take a look at that video again, okay, there's a pipeline, and so this pipeline is made of wood. It's made of sometimes some cement, all this okay. If you were to liken this to our business all this wood, all this cement is equivalent to our TRME. Is our TRME. So can you imagine every TRME is actually equivalent to building your passive income, building your pipeline. Yeah. Okay. So right now, yeah. Okay. So of course we want to showcase some of the very fantastic TRME testimony. So the very first one is Elaine. Yeah. Okay. So before I invite Elaine to take over the mic, yeah. I think I want to congratulate Elaine for winning the Lose to Win. She has won our 3.5 kg body fat loss. And of course, she's going to get a free gift from our company. So I think we're all very happy for her. She did it within the 90 days. Yeah. Okay. I hope Elaine is okay with this picture before and after, because I didn't quite really but I think she's okay lah. I didn't really ask her. Okay. So now without further ado, please we hand over to Elaine to share her testimony. Elaine, over to you.
Hello, everyone. Hello, everyone. Actually, it is so grateful for me today, to show my testimonial. Okay, after I've just complete my 90 days program, and then I've successfully lost my weight of 6.7 kg and the fat of 3.6 kg. It is so happy for me to have such results. Actually, besides I'm losing my weight, in addition, I have actually improved a lot of health condition as well. Okay, the first health condition is because I usually have a very low blood pressure. Is the worst case is 96/49. This is my low blood pressure readings. Okay, after this program, actually, I'm successfully to increase my blood pressure to 105/70. I'm so happy with that. Okay, the second one is, okay, I'm having a huge blood clot during my period time. Actually, okay, after these 90 days, I successfully to reduce 90% of my blood clot during my period time. And then the third ones, I have facing actually the rheumatoid conditions over the past 20 years. Since I was having an car accident, the road accident, my legs always call like weather forecast. It's actually like before raining heavily, my leg will feel pain, and it will the weather will tell this condition will actually tell me that later we'll actually having a heavy rain. So after this 90-day program, it during these 90 days is actually never happened. Never happened. My leg is totally don't feel any pain issues anymore. So this is my testimonial. I feel very grateful to have such a program. Thank you.
Thank you, Elaine. Yeah, amazing. 3.6, right? 3.6 kg of body fat loss. can you imagine? Okay, let's say we go to the 7-Eleven to buy a water bottle. Yeah, mineral water. Yeah, okay. So we're talking about, let's say it's 500 ml, 500 ml, half a kg. So we are talking about almost 7 bottles of mineral water of body fat. Okay, so meaning that we successfully remove all this body fat from Elaine's body, and the total weight loss is 6.7 kg, which means that almost before the start of the program, Elaine is carrying almost 7 kg of additional weight on her body. No wonder she's always very tired, right now. Okay, yeah. So I think this program is really amazing. This is not the end. We actually have one more. Is our very own Devi. Yeah, I know Devi has a very awesome testimony, and she has a lot of transformation and benefit that she did not really expected from this program. So without further ado, let's hand over the mic to Devi. Devi, over to you.
Yeah, hi. Yeah, can you hear me?
Can, yeah, right,
Yeah.
loud and clear.
Okay. Yeah, hi everyone. My name is Devi. Okay, actually I start this 90 days program, just finish 60 days only. Okay, first thing, okay, I have some health issue like migraine, high blood pressure, and then cholesterol is a high. So before I start this program, I already control my food, control my everything on my food, and my timing all I already control. So my weight gone dropped 2 kg, but my health problem is never don't have any improvement. So my colleague Miss Elaine recommend to me the 90 days program. So first starting I finish 30 days, I can feel around 50% different my with my health. And then now 60 days ready, I feel 80% will complete my well, I can see the improvement in my health lah. Okay, first thing, I have a period problem. Every month I have a period problem. Go to the clinic every month. I go to the clinic, spend my money. So doctor say always say I have a hormone problem. So I just take a painkiller every month. Nowadays, these 2 months I haven't take any painkiller for my period problem, and then my cholesterol is a drop ready. Another one thing, I don't have any gastric problem, and then the migraine. Last time when I period problem, I got a migraine every time. When I never take breakfast, I never sleep well, I get a migraine. So nowadays, if even I never take my proper meal also, okay, no problem. So I can see my all the different in 90 days, not not the 90 days, 60 days. In 60 days, I can see my health problem is a very, very, I feel very happy with my health. That's all.
All right, Devi, thank you so much. Yeah, okay. We saw on this we see on this picture it's not even the 2 months transformation. Yeah, it's only the I don't know how many weeks yeah. But then only about 1.5 kg weight loss, body fat about 1.3 kg loss. But the all the health benefits that is happening to Devi is already, I think, way and beyond her expectation. Yeah, and if I'm not wrong, she did told us that every time she go to the clinic, the cost is maybe about 100 to 200. I can't remember. Maybe it's about that. Yeah. So can we really see that because of this program, because of her metabolism improvement, etc., she has already saved more money, and then she has gained back a better health. And I think best still, okay, I can see that she's happier. She's much more self-confident. In fact, just now, actually, I did show that picture to one of my Indian friends. Okay, and I managed to sign up my this Indian friend. Yeah. Through by showing a few testimony, including Davy testimony lah. Okay. So in fact, I want to share a little bit about what just now just before this session. Actually, I have an opportunity to meet up with one of my is in fact a stranger. Yeah, is stranger is a referral from my brother. Yeah. So in fact, we always wanted to arrange an appointment with him, but it's always like no response, no reply, and then after that quiet for quite a while, and then after that I asked a few more questions, and then there's no reply as well. So many a times we always think that, oh, this is like the rejection, all this kind of thing, right? Yes, yeah. But I think what is why I talk about this incident during this PPT because in this business it's always very important to always look at the positive side. Always look at the positive side. That means always be very grateful. Always look at that there is always a shining side of everything, every issue, every problem, and every so-called rejection. There is always something good behind the scene. There's always something good behind the scene, because today's appointment is actually approached by the person. This I call it this stranger. He automatically messaged me. He said, today are you okay to meet up this time or this time? Voila, amazing, right? Yeah, okay. Have you ever had your friend ask you automatically hey, today you want to catch up or not? Of course I can catch up, right? No, of course I can meet up with him, right? So after I met up with him, I know he happened to be a Singapore PR, and then Indian national. Yeah, so what a perfect candidate, right? Now we are going to open the Indian market. So this he is like the perfect candidate, right? Yeah. So he is the PR, and at the same time he's an Indian national. He has an Indian passport. So every time he go back to India, he doesn't have to have any visa, etc. So awesome. And so after I signed up him, I invited him to our this RAIN MTL in Singapore, happening on the 11th September. Yeah. So I just want to let you guys know that in this business, anything is possible, but it's very important. It's very important that you need to always keep this heart of gratitude within yourself. If you were to ask me how to be grateful when you are facing rejection, how many of you asked this question before? How are you going to be grateful when you are facing rejection, when your friend has no reply, when your friend did not reply your message? I don't know. You just have to be grateful. Grateful at least you are able to message him. Grateful at least that you are still alive. I think there are a lot of things that you can be grateful about. So there is power. There is something working behind the scene that is helping you, right? Yeah. So like what's happening? What happened to me today? The stranger actually messaged me directly. So everything is possible. So okay. So for those people who have never met me before, so pardon me, because just now I did not introduce myself. My name is Mark, or you can call me Manho. So I used to be a engineer in the Port of Singapore Authority. So what happened is, all along my parents has been teaching me, work hard, son, you got to work hard, study hard, work hard, promotion, pay rise, because this is the only way you can double your income. This is the only way you can double your income. So when I first entered into this job in PSA, Port of Singapore Authority, of course I worked very hard. So first year, second year, very good promotion, pay rise. But when come to the third year, I did not get the pay rise and the promotion. And it caused me to think whether hard work equal to success. How many of you think about this before? Is really hard work equal to success? It's not a period, it's a question mark. Is hard work equal to success? Question mark. Yeah. How many of you have ever asked yourself this question before? Give me a little bit of response. Show me your hand, or give me a 777, or give me a little bit of reply. Yeah, in the comment box, in the chat box. I'm sure many of us we ask this very important question. we always ask ourselves, why am I working so hard? You know, am I getting the pay that is proportional to the hard work that I put in? During the 3rd year of my employment, I have this very important revelation that this is not a statement, this is a question mark. This is the question. Yeah. So I asked myself a very important question. What is going to happen to me in my 4th year? Am I going to continue to work very hard and then hope that there will be a pay rise and a promotion? You know, and I know the answer very well that I don't want to leave my fate to hope. Yeah. So I am that very year, I think my 4th year, I started to look around. I seriously started to look around. Even though I have the 0 sales experience, I don't know a lot of people. I only know engineers. I'm an engineer who only know engineers. You look at the picture on the left. This is me when I first started the business. Very, very, very square. Yeah, seriously, very, very, very square. So I seriously don't know a lot of people. I only know engineers, and I never sell anything before. I never sell tissue. Yeah, even tissue. Yeah, and nothing. Yeah, nothing. Zero network, zero experience. But you know, if someone like me can also be transformed from an engineer to an entrepreneur, from an entrepreneur to a $1 Million Circle member, I believe many of us here, you see hope. You see hope. And what is the thing that really caught my eye is number one, the international business. I think when we talk about international business right now at this juncture, this is even more relevant because we are going to start India very fast. Really fast and furious. We're going to start India very fast. Yeah. So can you imagine, can you ever imagine if you were to continue whatever you're doing, your work, are you able to make Sing dollar? Are you able to make like ringgit, or are you able to make Aussie dollar? Are you able to make Chinese yuan or Indian dollar? Right? You know what I'm talking about. If you were to continue what you are doing, are you able to make international currency? The answer is a resounding no. Right? How many of you agree with me? Yeah, you give me a 777 again. Yeah. Yeah, it's a resounding no. So this is the exactly my revelation when I first see this business opportunity. That I know that, yeah, this is for me because I know I wanted to have to make international currency. I know that I'm able to do it. Yeah, but somehow I need a platform. I'm willing to work hard. I'm willing to work hard. Second thing is this is the right plan for people who never know a lot of people. Like for example, do I know Indians from India? No. But through friends, I happen to know Indians from India. Amazing, right now. So can you see your friend, how do you know who your friend will come from? How do you know? How do you know where he or she is going to come from? How many of you get what I'm trying to say? Yeah. So this is the amazing part about this business. This is the amazing part about this business. So anything is really possible. Anything is possible. So if you were to ask me, what is this? How is this model successful? It's because there is a franchise model. Just like just now when I met this stranger, yeah, I was telling him, actually we have a franchise model. Yeah, we have a franchise model over here. First of all, we have a very stable company, that is very focused on innovation, that is very very good at what they are doing. Like just now we already see Devi, her testimony. We already saw Elaine testimony. So the product speak for itself. Yeah. So we are able to like remove 6.7 kg of weight, almost 2 kg of weight from Elaine, Devi, from their obese body. So you can imagine that this is very good. Yeah. So when the customer come in, unknowingly, the customer will also start to realize that actually they can also be part of this business. They can also be part of this business, and eventually, and also unknowingly, they also become the end product. Meaning, they've completed the TRME, they started the 1, 2, 3, they started to refer one friend, two friend, three friend, and then after that, they become the BR. And the moment they become the BR, it's only the beginning. They start to realize that, hey, actually, I can also be like Bruno or Pablo. Yeah, not Bruno, Pablo. Yeah, okay. I can make passive income through Success Together system. I can improve myself. I can make passive income, and then I can increase my value. Yeah, I can increase my value. What do you mean by increase value? Double your income. Then what happens when you double your income? You double your income again. Then what happens when you double your income already? You double again. So there is no ceiling. There is no ceiling. Why is it that, I mean, let's say we were to work for people, is there a ceiling? I'm quite sure there is a ceiling. But in this business, there is no ceiling because 2 become 4, 4 become 8, 8 become 16, 16 become 32. So it's never ending. There is no ceiling because we are going to open a 1.4 billion population. So there is totally no ceiling. How many of you get what I'm talking about? Yeah, give me a 777. Yeah, that's why I always share with many of my friends who are employee right now. You know, many of my friends are employee right now. Just like what I share with one of my associate or one of my friends are from China. She's a kindergarten principal. She's a kindergarten principal, and she has a lot of teachers inside the kindergarten. She need to look after all the teachers in the kindergarten. Of course, the teachers have to look after the kids. Yeah, okay. So every day, she will go and clock in, clock out. The reason is very simple. She know that at the end of the month, she's going to get a pay. Right or not? Yeah, because you know when you work, at the end of the month, you will get a pay. If you know that you will not get your pay at the end of the month, will you work so hard? You will never. Right or not? Agree? Yeah, you will never work so hard. So what I want to let you guys see is if you were to do the 1, 2, 3, you become a BR, 3 to 6 months, you get a 5-figure income. I let you know that there will be this outcome, and you can see this outcome. Of course, every day you put in the hard work, right or not? Yes. So the key is you have to see the outcome. You have to see the outcome. You have to see that, hey, really, the 3 to 6 months, the 5-figure income. 3 to 6 months, the 5-figure income. This is not on book, it's not a theory, This is really happening. This is really happening. See, this is really happening. So I want to let you guys see that you have to see the end. The end is 3 to 6 months, the 5-figure income. And not just that, the 5-figure income can go double. And what happens when you double? You double again. And what happens when you double already? You double again. This is exactly what this business is able to do. And that's the reason why we are here today to learn how to do well in this business. How to make the passive income. If you were to ask me, the major transformation, the change that you need, and I know it's not easy, is from an employee mindset to an entrepreneur mindset. Because, how many of you in your office, you have a pantry? You have a pantry. So what happens when you go to the pantry? You go there, you collect water, and then you chit-chat, and then you say a little bit, chit-chat this, chit-chat that. So there is a lot of chit-chat, and these are all the employee talk. Agree with me? Yeah, employee talk, that means employee talking to employee. And we feel very at ease. We feel that, it's quite normal. Chit-chat a little bit, chit-chat a little bit. Actually, do you know that employee also have a lingo? And entrepreneur, they also have a lingo. And these two is very much different. So if you want to become from an employee to become an entrepreneur, do you think it's only right that you need to mix with more entrepreneur? How many of you agree with me? Give me a 777. If you want to be an employee, switch over to an entrepreneur, and you want to have an entrepreneur result. And is it only right that you need to hang out with more entrepreneur? If you were to continue the pantry talk, where are you going to head? You will be continuously an employee. Right or not? For sure. Because what do employee talk about? Promotion, where got discount. Okay. But guess what? What do entrepreneur talk about? Where is the opportunity? Where is the money? Right? Where is the money? Where is the opportunity? Where is the chance for us to turn it around? Where is the chance for us to make passive income? So these are the topics that entrepreneurs talk about, and versus nothing wrong with employee talk, pantry talk, nothing wrong. But I just want to let you guys know that there is a difference. If you were to mix consistently among the employee, you become a very good employee. That's all. But if you want to shift to have an entrepreneur result, you need to mix around with entrepreneur. And believe me, this is the lowest cost, 最低风险, lowest cost, lowest investment, and scalable business that you can discover on earth. And because what we want is something long term, but yet we don't want those fly by night one. We want long term. We don't want fly by night. We don't want you put in the hard work, then after a while the company is gone. Right or not? We don't want that. Or there's no more training system. Right or not? Yeah. So we don't want that. We want something that is long term, so that we can put in our hard work, and then we can grow, and then we can go double, and go double, and go double, and go double. I can tell you, go double, this topic alone will not appear in the pantry talk. It will not appear because it's impossible to go double. It's impossible to go double. And actually, think about it. My boss, when I was in employment, never talked to me about going double my salary. Never. Because I only think about it myself only. Okay. Why? Because it's not possible. Because it's not possible. So that's why I think if you were to ask me, two very important mindset, not just to do the business, two very important mindset of an entrepreneur. Two very important mindset of an entrepreneur you can find on the street. If you were to interview those entrepreneur you can find on the street, you talk to them, number one, they sure have long-term thinking. They sure have long-term thinking, okay? Just like, the well, the water coming out, you pump once, you pump twice, no water leh. What do you think? You think that water is not going to come out, right? Then you stop. What happens when you stop? The water stop, lor. The water pressure go down, lor. But the moment you keep pumping, but you still believe the water will come out. The water will come out. Right now, the water will come out. So this is what I'm talking about, the long-term thinking. Secondly is long-term thinking also means I embrace this vision. This is very important because us being the professional in weight management, the professional in family planning, health planning, family health planning, I can tell you this vision is what I carry with me all the time. I always believe everyone in a family, there must be someone who understands health management. Like for example, Devi is the first person in her family to know more about how to manage your health. Because the moment she knows, she will in turn help other people. Starting from her siblings, starting from the people she loves. Agree? Yeah. So every family, there must be someone who understands health and how to manage your health. And mind you, just now I was sharing with this friend from India. Yeah. We don't expect the person in the street to understand about health. He is telling me that visceral fat high is okay. High fatty liver, no problem. Right? As long as you go for a medical checkup, and then the medical checkup say, okay, means okay. But when you stand on the Omron, you look at the visceral fat, so high. Can meh? Right or not? Like that is called understand health management meh? I don't think so. I feel that all of us are being professional in weight management, being professional in family health planning. I think we cannot accept that there are people around us who do not understand what is good health. What is having good health management? Because I know very well, that if you were to carry on with high visceral fat, eventually you will be a candidate of 3 highs. Agree with me? Yeah. So, and second thing is every family should have someone who has a passive income. There must be someone with a passive income so that this someone is able to step up to provide the time and the financial support in time of need. I believe every family there should be someone owning a passive income. It has to start from all of us here. Okay, so these are all the examples I can tell you. These are the people I transform. And what I'm most proud about is they are not just prettier now, more self-confidence now. They look better now. Yeah. They are more healthy now. Yeah. They're not just that. They know more about how to manage their health. This is most important. This is the most important. And can you imagine they are going to help many of the siblings around them, many of the people around them. And so this vision, this 4.0 vision is something that we need to embrace. And second thing, 100% duplication mentality is a very important mindset of an entrepreneur, because we are running a franchise business, meaning we need to have 100% duplication mentality. Everything starts from us. And think about it here, in this room, in this Zoom, this meeting room, nobody is another body boss. There is no boss here, and neither are there any employees here. You may be an employee outside, but when you come into this room, you are an entrepreneur. You have started your own business. You have started to manage your own health. You are now able and capable of helping other people to manage your health. So the mentality here is start from ourselves, because you are not boss of anybody else, and neither are you the employee of anybody. You are not my employee. I'm also not your boss. Yeah, I also don't want to be your boss. I also don't want to be your boss. So it's very clear cut. Yeah, that's why we want to start everything from ourselves. 100% duplication mentality. And how do we duplicate? Very simple. Start from yourself. And do not hide your ways of doing the business from other people, especially your upline. Why? Why? Because first of all, your upline is not your boss. Secondly, your business partner, your upline, of course, they want you to avoid all the mines, all the things that is all the hidden trap. Yeah, of course, they want you to avoid all this. Yeah, and that's the reason why, to do well in this business, you must win your upline friendship. This is very important. I thought to do well in this business, I must have a lot of downline. Yes, when you win your upline friendship, eventually you will have a lot of downlines. You trust me? Yeah, this will happen because when you win upline friendship, you start from yourself, you lead by example, and then everybody do the same thing. Everybody do the same thing. So it's very important that everything has to start from ourselves, because we are our own boss. We are not employees. Yeah. So it's always a tug of war. It's always a tug of war. Like sometimes you are an employee, sometimes you are an entrepreneur, and sometimes you go back to office, you are an employee, and then when you leave your office, you become an entrepreneur. There's always this tug of war. But I want to remind you guys, we have all the tools, all the means to help you to transform over. Because over here, our role, even though the PPT is written in Mandarin, but I'll let you guys know what is the talking about. What is it saying here? Is who are we and our positioning? We are the weight management consultant, and we are the family health planner. This is our positioning. This is our professionalism. Because nowadays, in this world, in this very a little bit messy world, yeah, but we need to be very professional in order to be able to help other people. And the area that we choose to make ourselves tip top. Like just now, how I impressed my stranger Indian friend is after I Omron, I analyzed the whole situation with him. So I am able to let him see that actually this thing is like a little bit of a danger already. It's like a yellow light. And so this thing is something that you have to watch out. It's really something that you need to watch out. Yeah. And of course, we let them see that they need to do something about it. Yeah. And of course, we let them decide lah. And of course, we can also decide for them. So the idea is we are the professional. We add value to them. We add value to them. We change them. Yeah, we change them. And of course, here, there are a couple of things that we need to do. Like, you need to help people. Sponsor people means you need to help people. You need to help more people to be on the TRME program. And of course, after that, you need to teach them, let them see that they can slim down. Let them, there is a follow-up and activation, right? There's a follow-up and service. Let them see that they can definitely slim down very well. And eventually, groom them to see the business, and they also become the teacher. And so over here, we have the environment, we have the training, we have all the tools necessary. I want to show you guys, first of all, is our timetable. This timetable, you can actually ask the friend that brought you here. He or she will be able to pass you the timetable. We have always the latest. Now we are into September. We have a September timetable. We have every Tuesday we have a session. Every Thursday we have a CMC. Means it's a class that teach us to become more like an entrepreneur. To become more like an entrepreneur. So I really want to encourage every Thursday morning 8 a.m. Join us in our Zoom. Join us in our Zoom. You know, the moment you join us, join the entrepreneur gang more often, you become more like an entrepreneur. You become more like really more like an entrepreneur. You behave more like an entrepreneur. You think more like an entrepreneur. Yeah. And of course, we have our usual BSc 2 and BSc 1. Later, I'll come to that. These two are very important session. And over here, being our TRME customer, all of them should join our trim and fit. Okay, our trim and fit. So this trim and fit is happening either locally or in KL. Of course, sometimes available on Zoom as well. Please ask the friend that brought you here. But this trim and fit is very important. Very, very, very important, because this trim and fit allow you to understand how you can slim down very effectively. And of course, just now, I make use of all these tools to talk to my friend from India right now. Yeah. And then of course, these are all the important tools that you can carry with you all the time. Of course, there are also, we have an online library, one SD app inside app called Spaces, but never mind. If you want to subscribe to it, okay, you just have to pay a nominal fee. Yeah, and then you can subscribe to this. Inside, there is a library of all the English, Bahasa, Chinese recording. And there are many, many recordings inside that you can listen to it repeatedly. Because just as I mentioned, you have to hang around with the entrepreneur so that you behave like an entrepreneur, you think like an entrepreneur, right? And of course, there is also one class recently by Tato Rabi. This is a very, very down-to-earth, very interesting sharing by her. And I want to encourage you guys to listen to it. Later on, you can ask the friend that brought you here, ask for the link. Ask for a link, because I understand maybe some of us on Thursday, you need to be in the office. You need to be in the office, so you don't have a chance to listen. But you can always listen to it in the YouTube. Listen to it again, yeah. And happening in September this is a very important month, a very interesting month, because in this month we have two sessions, one in Singapore, one in KL, of our very own system founder, our Mr. Rain Ho, coming to town. He is the gentleman that really encapsulate what is this business all about. And can you imagine, when he started a business, he also positioned himself as an entrepreneur, and he leveraged on this platform and make $1 million in the first 2 years of his business. Meaning anything is possible. Everything, anything is possible. So if you have friends who are like considering, like for example, I invited my friend from India to join this session. Yeah, because he's thinking about India market, right? Now he's thinking about India market. So if your friend is thinking about India market, or thinking about the business, or the person have already joined our Trim and Fit, thinking that hey, maybe this business can do or cannot do, join us in our Meet the Legend. Okay, join us in our Meet the Legend. Yeah, happening on the 11th or the 22nd, 31st. Sorry, 31st September. Yeah, of course, we're gonna have in October our 3-day 2-night our annual convention. If you were to ask me, why should I attend this 3-day 2-night annual convention? Very simple. Because if you want to see the potential of the India market, you have to come. If you were to ask me, what's the big deal about this India market? India market can be a life-changing transformation. It can be a life-changing opportunity. I can tell you anything can happen. Just now I already mentioned to you, you don't know any friends from India, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Yeah. All you need to know, all you need to do is you have to start the ball rolling. So let's say you come across some friends or friends who are very keen, who have questioned. Actually, they are always welcome to join our 25th anniversary, our SD25, happening in October, 3-day 2-night. Yeah. And of course, after that, we have for our EBP leaders, we have this very special, really very special, because I cannot say much about it. But from this PPT, you can already see it's very interesting. Yeah, interesting, because all our EBPs will have a additional leadership experiential. I won't even say it's a training, but it's more a life-changing experience. I can only say that, yeah, it's a life-changing experience. So please join us. Okay, how do you join us? Ask the friend that brought you here. Okay, ask the friend that brought you here. So in short, there are all the BSc 1, BSc 2, MVP. This one is the MVP, right? All prepare for you. All you need to do, trust the company, trust the T-Army. All you need to do is start your 1, 2, 3. Start your 1, 2, 3 and start to be recognized in our BSc 1 and BSc 2. Start to be recognized. So the next one is happening on the 6th of September, our BSc 2. The next one, 6th of September. So be on the stage. Be there. Yeah, just as I mentioned, you must hang out with the entrepreneur. If you always hang around with employees, you behave like an employee. By the way, when we are in school, the teachers are also employee. The principal is also employee. So for the longest time, since we start school, all the way, maybe until now, we are still hanging around with employees. We have never hang around with entrepreneurs. That's the reason why we need to, right, and from this very moment, we need to make a decision that I must hang around with my upline. I must hang around with this group of entrepreneurs, especially in the BSc 2, BSc 1, especially in the MTL, especially in our SD25, so that you start to think differently. And when you think differently, you will have different results. Okay, yeah. So of course, there are also a couple of things that we can do. These are all the things that we can do every day. All the things that we can do every day, like for example, read books, personal growth, yeah, like consulting your upline. This one is very important. I mentioned it like maybe N times already. Don't know how many times. But if you were to ask me, what kind of books can I read? You can consider reading The Secret, because in The Secret, they talk about showing gratitude. Always show gratitude. Whatever happens to you, I can promise you here, all the things that you learn here, you can apply in your life, in your family. Then other books that I strongly recommend are books from John C. Maxwell. Yeah, okay. So of course, all these, if you want to understand a little bit more, you can ask me later. Yeah. So last but not least, okay, our goal. Our goal is we must have personal growth. Secondly, during the ST25, we must be recognized. Plus, we want to bring one more. Bring one more to be recognized. Can or not? Yeah. Bring one more to be recognized. And then let's go to Shanghai. And remember, this is the reason why we are here. We want to go double. Go double, go double again, go double again. So the whole process is BR, 10K, EBP. Become a BR, become a 10K, master your closing, and become an EBP. And then, last but not least, the 5 basic rules that we need to me, these are like the landmines. These are like the trap that we need to watch out for. No? If you have any new ideas, please immediately you must ask your upline. And then nowadays, we have the WhatsApp or whether you are in Malaysia, I'm in Singapore, you can always call me. Yeah, because we don't want you to step on the landmine. And then if you have any negative thoughts, if you have, like, let's say you had an appointment, let's say you met someone, and then how did it go? Let's say you share with somebody, how did it go? Always review with your working upline. Why? Because my working upline is not my boss. How come everything I must review to them? It's not to report to your boss. It's not report to your boss. It's more like doing a review. How can I do better? Right? How can I do better? And how next time can it be different? How can the outcome be different? Like just now, the appointment that I had, me and my wife, we go down together. After the appointment, 2 of us, we review together. My wife is my upline. Right or not? So always discuss. Don't hide from your boss, because when you hide from your boss, this kind of behavior is called the employee mentality. No, right? No, yeah. So that's why I say it's always a tug of war between the employee entrepreneur. But you really have to, put down this employee mentality. Just go and consult. Nothing wrong one. We only want you to be successful. That's all. Yeah. We only want you to make that 5-figure income, to become a BR, 10K, EBP. Right? Yeah. So there's nothing wrong. Just ask. Nothing wrong. Yeah. So don't put down the employee mentality and do not criticize, disturb, downline, upline. That means there's no negativity. There is no financial tussle. There is no relationship tussle. Everything, I strongly believe, I strongly encourage, bring the other half, bring your spouse to join our trim and fit. Bring your spouse to join our BSC2 or BSC1. Bring your spouse to join our MTL. Bring your spouse to join our ST25. Because the moment they come, they see, hey, everybody look good. Everybody is like prim and proper. Right or not? Yeah. So ask them to join you. Ask them to join you. Last but not least, there's one thing. One thing, very, very important, is your goal. Is your goal. Goal setting. Yeah. Because again, as an employee, we don't set goal. As an employee, normally we don't set goal. Then we just, I mean, if we cannot hit the goal, who is going to be accountable? Boss law, right? Or yeah, okay. Then we are not the boss, so the boss accountable law. So you realize, in a company, you always see the boss very kanjiong. Yeah, because the boss is ultimately accountable, But then when you are in this business, we are accountable, right? So we are the boss. There's no employee. We are the boss, right? Now, so it's always good that we support each other, and we always be grateful. We always review. We always do consult with your upline, and then also tell your working upline your dream and your goal for September, because our interest is to help you achieve that goal. Our interest to help you achieve that goal. And if this goal that you have, you really want it, I can tell you, you can make it happen. First, you start by being grateful. First, you must be grateful first. Yeah. Then after that, you start to go through your name list, start to help people around you. You never know who you will meet behind your friends, your friends, your friends. You never know who. You never know who. So I hope that this session that we have helped every one of us. At least I think after this, you can set your goal. You can set a goal. And I think one of the very important goal is you can always become a BR and then join us in our coming BSC2. Become a BR. So ask your working outline how to become a BR. How to become a BR, how to how do I help more people, one more person, two more person, three more person, to start on our program, to start on our products. Yeah, ask them. Yeah, because we only want you to achieve your goal. Yeah. So I hope this September we have a great start to our September month. Very important. Set your goal. Okay. If you don't know what to set, set an income goal. Can or not? Set an income goal. How much do you want to make? How much do you want to make? If you set that goal, you tell your working upline, this is the amount that you want to make this month. I'm not talking about next month. This month. I'm not talking about next year. I'm talking about this month. This month, what is the additional income that you want to make? Tell your working upline. Set a goal. Because the moment you set a goal, then you start to attract. You start to attract. Law of attraction, you start to attract. Yeah, okay. But if you don't set goal, you also attract. Because you don't set goal, you also attract. You also attract all the funny things. Yeah. So I rather you set goal. Then you attract the good thing. Agree or not? Yeah, okay. So I hope after this session, immediately you set your goal. Tell your working outline. Tell your working outline. Immediately tell them. Because I can tell you, after 5 minutes, you become employee already. Because it's always a tug of war. There's always an employee inside. And then an entrepreneur here. Employee, entrepreneur, employee, entrepreneur. So after 5 minutes, the employee come out already. Yeah. So within 5 minutes, you must set goal. Send to your working outline. Don't care. Okay or not? Can or not? How many of you will do that? Yeah, give me a 777. How many of you will do that? Give me a 777. Because this is my last slide already. Yeah, I want to end the session already. Because I feel that there must be some homework, cannot be no homework, yeah. So promise me, after this session, within 5 minutes, set your goal, your income goal or whatever, and tell your working upline. Tell them, okay, and then let them know this is your goal. Okay. So these are what we have. I look forward to your recognition in BSC2, BSC1, and I'll be joining the MTL in KL. So I see you guys. Yeah, I hope to see you guys as well. Yeah. So see you guys. Yeah, and let's treasure every day and let's create every day and let's go for your goal. Thank you. Yeah.